channel. I'm not going to waste any time here. I'm going to get to some pickups from the recent Sentai Filmworks sale over at RightStuf. Now, I ended up ordering 5 items, and 2 of which are pre-orders, which I believe will not ship until April. But we are going to get to the 3 items that they did go ahead and send out. So let's go ahead and cut into the box, and we'll go ahead and let you see what I have. And before I open this again, I mentioned earlier that the 2 items that were on pre-order that did not ship, one of which is Tonari no Seki-kun, or also known as My Neighbor Seki-kun, the Master of Killing Time, and also Rail Wars, both of those on Blu-ray. In fact, everything that's in this box is on Blu-ray disc, but both of those are scheduled to be April releases at the time. But yeah, let's go ahead and get inside here. And start things off here with a couple pack-in cards that we have. One here for, what is this, Ume Montagari? No clue. Mobile Suit Gundam, Collection 1, and not something I'll be picking up. I'm not a big mech person, unfortunately, and it looks the same for Captain Earth here. This one is Sentai Filmworks. So, what we got here is 3 Blu-ray discs. We have Invaders of the Rokujyoma. Is that how you pronounce it? Rokujyoma, I guess? I don't know. I'm going to quit trying to butcher that one. We have Engaged to the Unidentified, and then we have the comic artist and his assistants. So the first one we'll talk about here, I'll just cut it short, and we'll just say the title is Invaders to save me any more embarrassment from trying to pronounce the full title. But this is one I introduced to my friend Steve, and he got a complete kick out of. Basically, the main character here discovers an apartment for a ridiculously low rent of 5,000 yen a month, but he knows there's a catch. But it's not until after he moves in that he finds out he's not the only one laying stake or claim to the room at 106 Corona House, starting with the teenage girl ghost that lives in there by the name of Sanai, who's currently haunting it. Still not enough to break the lease, so let's add in the magical girl Yurika, who wants to take control of the room in order to block its powers from evildoers. The luscious subterranean bombshell Kiriha, who needs the room to launch an invasion of the world. And a fiery space princess, Theomilis, who, well, you kind of get the idea, you know. So, can a lone high school student on a limited budget withstand the combined forces of the supernatural, metaphysical, subterranean, alien worlds, especially when they're all incredibly adorable? There are 12 episodes total included on the disc here. This is Blu-ray disc Region A, and this is subtitle only. There is no English language dub, just to let you know, for those of you who watch, and that's a deal breaker. It'll be one you may not want to pick up, but you know, I found this to be really hilarious when I watched it the first time on Crunchyroll, and basically they're all crammed into this one room laying stake to it, and they just kind of come down to playing card games at first, trying to decide who gets it, and you know, the card games, each win or loss gives them a bit of a territory in the room. So kind of a hilarious one, and definitely worth picking up. Little bits of ecchi to this, but certainly nothing like some of the other titles that I picked up. So not one of those that's going to scare you away if you're not into titles with a whole bunch of fan service in them. So yeah, definitely one I recommend for a lot of people to get a hold of if you like good, funny comedies and slice of life. And we'll just go ahead and give you a quick look inside this one. Quick look on the back as well. And it's one of these cases that has the extra little lock on here, which to me is kind of a pain in the butt. And here we see there is just one disc, so all 12 episodes on one disc. And I know I've had a little conversation about this before. I think it was with Blaze, but you know, I don't like to see them sacrifice video quality to put everything on one disc, but perhaps in this case, since there's just the one audio track, maybe they can go ahead and put all 12 episodes onto one disc and not sacrifice too much, but still, personally, I'd rather be safe and see at least 2 discs used. But and not only that, but I mean, this is, going by RightStuf, this is traditionally like a $60 retail release, and on sale for $40.49 with the Got Anime discount and the Sentai sale. But still, you have to go kind of wonder. I think Sentai kind of cheaped out, definitely on this one, with only 1 disc. Alright, we'll move on to the next one here, and this series, as well as Comic Artist, I don't have as much experience with, so these will probably be quick little go-throughs here. But as far as Engaged in the Unidentified, it says here, not every girl gets what she wants on her 16th birthday, but Kobayane's gift is something she never saw coming, an arranged marriage. But thanks to her late grandfather, Kobayane's been engaged to a total stranger since childhood, and even though she supposedly met this man that she's marrying, she doesn't remember a single thing about him. And even weirder is that both her mother and creepily, overly doting sister Benio seem completely unsurprised when the groom-to-be, Hakuya, and his younger sister Mashiro show up on the family's doorstep to move in with them. But it's not until they start attending Kobayane school that things take an even stranger turn after she starts to pick up some very unusual vibes from the potential future family. Mashiro evidently has an obsession with aliens and unidentified mysterious animals, or UMAs. To Hakuya's disconcerting lack of emotion, there's something very off about him that Kobayane cannot quite put her finger on. What has her grandfather gotten her into, and how does this relate to the strange gap in her memory? This one again, 12 episodes, and also only English language with, or I'm sorry, Japanese language with English subtitles. There is, once more, no English dub on this one. And just kind of take a quick look here at the packaging. Again, this is one of the cheaper ones, and 1 disc also, Region A release. So again, for the price on this, a little surprising that we're only getting the 1 disc. You think it could have been a little bit cheaper on Sentai's part, but oh well. And as I mentioned earlier, this is the 3rd and final pickup here, and this is the Comic Artist and his assistants on Blu-ray. And for me, of course, I gotta have at least one more hardcore, I guess. You know, I gotta have my fan service, slice of life, ecchi kind of perverted thing here. And it says about this title that lechery, perversion, and a lack of respect for the feelings of others are all qualities that normally would look really bad on one's resume. However, for manga artist Yuki Aito, they're the fundamentals of his art. And his art is good enough that the managing editor, Mahari, will put up with the panicked panty runs, barrages of breast jokes, and other even lower brow forms of self-amusement that he wallows in. But the continuing cavalcade of carnal crudity causes Yuki to get off his work schedule. Mahari's last straw breaks, and she's forced to bring in a team of assistants. Young, attractive female assistants. Needless to say, it's not the schedule that Yuki will be trying to get on top of now, and getting a 4-panel strip out on time may involve stripping and drying and quartering. This contains 18 total episodes. 12 episodes and 6 OVAs, according to the disc art. And also, as the previous 2, there is no English language dub to this. It is Japanese audio only with English subtitles. We'll take a quick look at our art here on the front and on the back of this one. TV 14D rating, haha. Blu-ray Region A, as are the others, of course. And once again, our 1 singular disc included. So that's going to wrap it up for this video, as far as just a couple quick pickups from the Sentai Filmworks sale recently here that I wanted to get to. And some other things that I have not gotten to yet, unfortunately due to time. I know I have a lot of items to unbox yet from that last pickup from Ami Ami, and unfortunately for the time being they're kind of just piling up in the corner until I can find some room to even display them. Unfortunately, I really don't have that at this time, so I will eventually try to get to those if I can find a couple extra days to maybe take some time off work and possibly go shopping for another set of shelves to display them. Or, for all I know, I may end up having to display them in the bedroom for the time being and not the living room. Anyway, thanks guys for tuning in for another video on the channel, and we will catch you again soon.